What is going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to bring you a little JLP. And in this clip, he's talking to a father of a 20-year-old son who is apparently suicidal. And Jesse is trying to tell him, look, the way you handled this was wrong. It was incorrect. And it's a really interesting, eye-opening piece. But hey, guys, if you would, please hit that like button and subscribe to my content. I really appreciate those that already have. Thank you.
Work problems. I've got 3 problems in a week. They're all serious.
You have children?
Yeah, 1 child.
How old is he?
He just turned 20 and he snubbed me.
He's not your child.
Oh, he is my child.
No. He's a grown individual man.
Oh, okay, I get you.
So why don't you let him go and stop making him your problem?
Oh, he's giving me the silent treatment. He's letting me go.
And how you feel about that?
I'm not impressed.
Why not?
Okay, I mean, come on. You have your 20-year-old saying, Dad, don't email me, don't text me, don't visit me, don't call me. There's no timeline for it. He's just mad because, I'm going to be honest, my son texted me on the 1st or 2nd November saying, Dad, I want to commit suicide. So I panicked and I told 2 uncles.
Well, no wonder he doesn't want to talk to you.
The aunt, the mom, and the grandma that my son's feeling suicidal. And I'm going, I don't want it to, if he commits suicide, I don't want it to be like you, the dad, should have said something to the whole family. So I texted the whole family, and now all the family knows. And I think he's really mad at me that I told him.
Yeah, no wonder he's mad at you. I mean, come on, guy. It's like, man, look, if you were trying to help your son, number one, you wouldn't tell the whole family, because when the whole family finds out, it's going to make it worse for your son, because he's going to feel, number one, just by itself, he's going to feel embarrassed, humiliated that everyone knows about his personal problem. And if everyone knows about his problem, they're like, again, you're humiliating your son. And then number 2, if he feels humiliated, which I'm sure he will, which obviously he did, he's not going to confide in you anymore with his issues. So that's 2 separate ways that it makes your son less safe. That's 2 separate ways he's less safe. And this father does not seem to understand that, and does not seem to want to understand this, and that he's making his son less safe. And we have to humble ourselves enough to understand that a lot of times we don't make the right choices. If we're coming from a place of a strong ego, we're not making the right choices, and we might be hurting those around us. And I've had to be honest about a lot of things in my life, and a lot of ways that I've treated people, and but this is it's wrong.
What gave you the right to put his personal business out there like that?
Because it's proper to notify people that are suicidal, other people, instead of keeping to yourself. And what if he commits suicide and I'm the only one that knows?
He's justifying his behavior. He's trying to do anything he can to justify it.
What good has it done you to tell everybody?
What's
What
good
has
is
it done him?
What's good is that when he texted me that, like 3:38 in the afternoon, I was panicking, and I sent it a multi-text to the whole family.
That's so crazy. I don't know what to tell you.
No, it's not crazy.
But why
Yeah,
is
it
wrong?
is.
What good did it?
What good is because then
hold
they
on,
intervene.
Hold on a minute. No, hold on. What good did it do you to panic?
What good? Because I informed 5 family members. I'm sure they talked to
No,
him
what good did it do you to panic?
because it motivated me to take action.
It had you not panic. Would you think you would have done the same thing?
Probably, but on a longer time frame. I would have liked saying, okay, I'll wait a week.
And so why do you do that? Learn that rather than putting that man
No,
business out.
because
And
what
so
if I
is
waited
he
a
wrong?
week? What?
Is he wrong now for not wanting to talk to you since he know you will put his business out there like that?
He's probably ashamed that 5 family members know, including 83-year-old grandma.
Is he wrong?
Yeah, and you should be. Again, you did not make him more safe. You might have made it more dangerous. You might have humiliated him to the point to where he feels he definitely has nothing to lose.
For not talking to you now since he know how you...
Yes,
He's
silent
wrong.
treatment is childish. There's no way.
Silent treatment is childish. I think you need to look at your own behavior and what you did. The only reason why you're saying silent treatment is childish is because he called you out on what you did. He said, look, Dad, that's not right. I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. And, maybe I'm not doing things right either. But the thing is, I came to you. I confided in you. You told the entire family. And now I feel even worse. So, you know what, Dad? Don't talk to me. Don't even deal with me. And the man's calling it childish. Well, my son's being childish. And it's like, Phil, are you looking at yourself? You're saying your 20-year-old son is being childish, but are you looking at your own behavior? I'm probably certain that you're 45, 50, and you're somewhere in my age group at least, and you're not looking at yourself. You're not being honest.
This young man want to respond to
100%
that.
childish, even if it's a 20-year-old.
He want to
He just
respond
turned
to
20 on the 9th of November.
He want to respond. And Catherine, I'll come back to you. Don't let me forget. What do you think about that? He put his son, 20-year-old son, he's the father. He the one that told the whole family what his son told him.
I'm wrestling with it. I can relate in some ways. I have kids, and I've had alienation from my kids over certain things. But I'm having a hard time understanding what the benefit is to the son necessarily, to be honest. And that's
Do you
what true
blame his
love
son
is.
for not talking to him now that his father has put his private business out there? Because had he wanted grandma and all them to know, he would have told them himself.
Again, I mean, these are all very personal situations, but I'm having a hard time understanding if you love your son, what are you necessarily doing out of love by telling a bunch of other people about that situation? I'm not saying it couldn't be loving to do that. I'm just having a hard time
It's not
understanding
loving
what.
to do that
I'm
at
just having a
all.
hard time.
If I guarantee you, had he not panicked, he would have seen the right way to deal with it.
What is the right way to do it
You would
in a
have seen-
suicidal situation?
You would have seen in the moment the right way. But because you panicked, you went with the devil's way and not the way God would have guided you. And now you create another problem. Now the son won't even talk to the father at all.
Yeah, but there's a saying, this too shall pass, so eventually he'll start.
It's like the guy is doing nothing but defending his position on this, and it's like there's no accountability in this. You are not taking responsibility for your actions, and there's no way that you're doing this for the son's benefit. You're doing this for your benefit. It's like your son came to you. If your son's in danger, if you're worried that your son was going to do something at the moment he said it, you would, if he's not close by, you would call the authorities or somebody, or a friend or somebody to come over, to go over and possibly intervene. But you definitely wouldn't start telling family members and whatever. And if you weren't worried that he was going to do it then, if you thought to yourself, he's not going to do it then, he's going to do it later, or he's so he feels a certain way, feels real depressed, but not actually going to do it, you would go have a talk with them, sit down, talk with them, find out what's going on. And like I said, and if you're worried about him actually doing it at that moment, you would call somebody like the authorities to come over and stop him. But you wouldn't start texting people. That again, that doesn't make a damn bit of sense. It's like, brother, there is no way that you're trying to do the best thing for your son. You're just not. And I understand that this ego part of you wants to defend yourself and your actions and whatever, but you're kind of making yourself look even worse right here.
Start talking to me, right?
Okay. This young man want to respond.
I think you really know the way. I remember last year when I met you, Rich brought you in here because you were suicidal.
Yeah.
And it turned you around. And you're still here. You know the way. You ever attempted to bring him here?
Yeah, Richard did help me. I agree.
Your son, I'm talking about your son.
Oh, no, I haven't brought my son here. He's 36. He's in Santa Clarita right now.
That's okay.
Which is 36 miles north.
You overreacted, and now you're dealing with the same thing you were walking in last year.
Here's what
Yeah, it was in a similar
last word,
situation.
because
That's how I met you.
last word.
I don't recall.
Okay, I don't want to argue. We don't have time to be arguing back and forth. Yes, Doug, last word.
I think, excuse me, I think Catherine's question could be answered with this situation. So here's a situation where the gentleman didn't know what the truth was, so he panicked and did something, right? So sometimes you don't do anything. Sometimes you wait and see, because had he waited and seen, he might have realized that the best thing to do is just go directly to his son and talk to him instead of tell the world about his
You
issue.
owe your son an apology.
For telling him that he was suicidal and telling the family?
Grandma and everybody,
Yes.
he should have stayed calm. I would have recommended that you stay calm so you could see what to do.
Yeah, but what if he attempted suicide while I was trying to get a
He
hold
would
of
have
it?
been gone. He would have committed suicide.
Yeah, I'm trying to prevent that.
But still, you haven't prevented that. You made it
You
worse.
didn't
So now-
prevent
Prevented,
that.
he's still
Now he's
alive.
ashamed to go.
No, you're not the reason why he's still alive. You're not the reason at all. What did you do that could have possibly prevented him from committing suicide? All you did is send a big message to all your family, stating, that your son's suicidal. That's it. All you did is embarrass him. And all you're doing right now is you're trying to prop that sense of self-righteousness up as, well, I should have done what I did. I did what I did for the best. It was for the best. And all the experts agree and everything. No, you didn't do what's right. And I think you were expecting a different answer here from Jesse. And you didn't get it. And I think you're upset that you didn't get it. It's like, again, I'm going to stop the video here, but, I think we need to humble ourselves and recognize a lot of times when we do something, we do things that aren't right. I've got 3 kids myself, and the other day I was upset about something, and there was a lot bothering me, and I had to reflect on myself and what was going on, and kind of ask for help and on things. But I ended up talking to my 13-year-old much harsher than I normally do. I didn't say anything really wrong to him, but it was the way that I said it was harsh. And all of a sudden I looked at him And I could see in his eyes the hurt, the pain that I was causing. And it dawned on me in that moment, I'm causing pain. I'm causing him to be hurt. And I could have doubled down and said, well, I have the right to say something and I have the right. And what I said wasn't wrong, but it's the way I was saying it. But again, I could have doubled down. I could have doubled down and said, you know what, I'm right and what I'm saying is right and whatever. But I'm not doing a service to my son, and I'm not doing a service to myself. Because I'm not going to change because I'm unwilling to stop and look at what I'm doing and how my behavior is impacting my son, my son's life, and my life. You know, my relationships with my son. And I think that's something all of us have to, to do from time to time. It's like stop and just be aware and reflect on what we're doing. Because, I think a lot of us are, myself included, are really screwing up at times. We don't realize how bad we're messing up what we are. And the only way to fix a situation or to fix ourselves in that way is to stop and see it, bring awareness to it, and just see it, just see what we're doing. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop the video here, but if you would, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate the ones that already have. Thank you.
You son of a